Very good afternoon to all. This is Sonia Singh in front of you. I hope this session, my voice is completely audible and visible, everyone. My voice is completely audible and my screen is completely visible, everyone. Okay. So, in this session, this is the short session for a current update, everyone. And before going to start this session, I would just like to introduce you everyone with our Exampur app. You can download the Exampur Sarkari Naukri preparation app, which is completely helpful for every aspirant who are just looking for the preparation further. And so, what you have to do, the first step that you can just go on the Play Store, just write down Exampur Sarkari Naukri app, everyone. Later on, you can install the app, you can re-register yourself, and after that in the home section you can check your job preparation. You can choose your sector where you want to prepare yourself, right? So this is somehow a very important segments, everyone, where you learned a lot actually. And this app is not only just giving you the feasible amount of preparation, but definitely this app is providing you the PDFs, the, we can say, the live sessions, the YouTube sessions. We have application classes as well, right? And we have a Zoom live meetings. You can definitely ask your doubts as well. So you can definitely just take the benefit of the app, and don't forget to share this app with the other your peer group and your aspirants, and just tell them this, how this app is completely useful, not only the aspirants who are looking for the UPSC, but definitely for the those students who are just go ahead with the different exams in the further sections. Hello Manoj, hello Shivam. Now let's move ahead, everyone. Okay, I would just like to read out the line of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. This is a somehow very very important, very energetic lines. In this line, as Atal Bihari Vajpayee always try to motivate the youth, motivate the people that who are just looking for their aim as well. And उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से इस लाइन को कहा है कि क्या हार में क्या जीत में किंचित नहीं भयभीत में, कर्तव्य पथ पर जो भी मिला वरदान नहीं मांगूंगा, हो कुछ पर हार नहीं मानूंगा. So this is all about the message for the youth, and specifically that we know very well that moreover the 60% of the youth is existing in India. So to awareing the youth, to enlightening the youth, to guiding the youth, to choosing the good path, it is a very important to motivate ourselves. And how you can motivate? When you always looking for your aim. Your aim is like anything. Your aim might be to become a UPSC aspirant, might be you have to be just go ahead with the good political leader as Atal Bihari Vajpayee was earlier. So this is somehow a very motivating line. Now it is completely up to us that what we want to learn with the some energetic lines. It is completely up to us. Fine. So let's begin the session, everyone. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji biographies we are just going to discuss about, and why it is in news, because 16th of August 2018 we are just celebrating 2022 the death anniversary of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So on that day, I already informed you everyone about the Atal Bihari Vajpayee's death anniversary. But in today's session, we are just going to take a brief description on the biography of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, where he not considered as a very we can say the idle political person in whole we can say in India, but definitely Atal Bihari Vajpayee as a former prime minister is just not only the prime minister, but definitely the tenure of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee is somehow introducing with the different ideas, different aspects of the people. And somehow definitely we can say he is called the man of the masses, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who served as a prime minister for India for the 3 terms. We can say almost the 15 years of the years. where he served his ideas, where he served his ideology. It is a very difficult to decide, being a human, that from which path we want to choose. So definitely we can say it is such a very tough task for the Prime Minister of India, specifically for Atal Bihari Vajpayee, that he played his role in a very vital way, in a very we can say in a very interesting way, and moreover than 15 years in his tenure. Atal Bihari Vajpayee date of birth, definitely we can say 25th of the December, and 25th of the December is somehow definitely celebrating as a good governance day as well. And he had a commendable life that spanned over a period of over 9 decades. So moreover 9 of the decades, we can say 90 years of his life, where he's spending his life in a very accurate manner, where he not only guiding the numbers of the political leaders, and but also he just sharing his ideas with the youth as well. In this Atal Bihari Vajpayee biography, we are just going to looking the great achievements of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, his career as well, the childhood time, the beginning of his Atal Bihari Vajpayee, their upliftment of the nation, and his role, and specifically for the ideology, the ideas that he already giving somewhere in India. And still that's why we are considered as a diverse country, because we have already a very good leaders like Atal Bihari Vajpayee and the president like Abdul Kalam. Fine. So you can see the young picture of Atal Bihari Vajpayee on the screen, everyone. Jai Hind, everyone. Fine. And childhood and early life, we can say Atal Bihari Vajpayee place of birth was Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, and he was born to a Krishna Bihari Vajpayee and Krishna Devi, his father and mother. And he also belonged from a high class, we can say. Still in the day before, I'm already discuss about the hierarchy class in the society. So Atal Bihari Vajpayee, that who already born and brought in the higher class society, but still he is just looking the nation with the same equal eyes. And after finishing his schooling from Saraswati Shishu Mandir and Anglo Vernacular Middle AVM School, Barnagar, Ujjain, Atal went on the attend the Gwalior's Victoria College, where he completed his graduation in English, Sanskrit and Hindi, and where he learned not only Sanskrit, Hindi and English, but definitely Atal Bihari Vajpayee already very much potential person to command different languages later on. And he then pursued and completed his post-graduation study in political science from DAV College in Kanpur, and he then went to the pursue the law, but just because of the Quit India movement, we already prevalent. We have a 1947 freedom struggle movement was going on that time. So the idea of a post-graduation pursuing was completely left by Vajpayee ji, and later on he just going to pursue his career as a Rashtriya Swam Sevak Sangh, initially joining as a volunteer, and later on his volunteer slowly is just going to commanding on the ideology of the people and separating his idea in between in the society, and just rising and enlightening the people with his ideologies, and somehow working as a volunteer later on as a Vistarka, where he is just taking the responsibility to awareing the people, the society about the idealism of the society, the good aspects of the Hinduism, why the Indian is considered as a good and rich culture. Try to be aware and enlightening the people specifically for the civilization as well. And he worked for several newspapers, we can say Panchjanya, a weekly Hindi. These paragraph is very important as per the need of prelims and as per the mains perspective. So you can just remember all these names. That Panchjanya, a weekly Hindi, Rashtra Dharma, we can say the monthly Hindi, and the Swadesh and the Veer Arjun. These are the daily magazines, daily newspapers of the Vistarka in Uttar Pradesh. And moreover, he is spending his 10 to 15 years as a Vistarka in Uttar Pradesh, when he spent his life in between in the society, when he saw the people nearby, how the people is completely surviving with the poverty, how the education and upliftment of the the citizen of India is very important as per the need of the and as per the ideas of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. And Atal Bihari Vajpayee, we can see the first stint with the national political started as a early 1942, when the India movement was, prevalent on that time, and which eventually brought, we can say, an end of the British colonial rule in India. And just because he impacted completely in the two segments, definitely he realized the ideologies of the nationalism, the ideology of the freedom struggle of India, the ideology of Bharat Mata as well. But definitely the British colonies, their command, we can say, their ideology also impacted Atalji a lot actually. And he had remarked upon the career of being a journalist, but was unable to pursue it further. And he joined erstwhile further Bharatiya Janata Sangh, which is completely known as the Bharatiya Janata Party today, the central government party we have now. This is all about the app, everyone, which is I already informed you about the app, that why this app is completely important, specifically not specifically to every individual aspirant who are preparing for different examinations. So don't forget to install, and don't forget to just tell them to other peer groups about the about the app as well. And how to download, I already explained you. He was initially, we can say, appointed as the national secretary of the party, and later on he charged of the Nadra region. We have we have a part of, we can say, the whole of the Delhi section as well. Demise of the Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Atal was made the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Sangh and became as president in the year of 1968. And definitely Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a man of eloquent, and we can say the orocratical skills, with his utilized of the brilliancy of the defending the Sangh's policy. Sangh policy, definitely sometimes that we are not using the word like a Hinduism. Sometimes they are definitely appreciating the the upliftment of the Hinduism as well. But on the time of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he was somehow definitely elaborating, somehow just expressing the definition of the Sangh, the definition of his own political party in a very different manner. And in terms of his nation political career, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, definitely his political career is was already started, but on the time of the elected to the Lok Sabha, the lower houses of the parliamentary, in 9 terms, he already elected 9 times in as a Lok Sabha member, and twice of a Rajya Sabha, or the upper house of the parliamentary house, right? He is thus regarded as a veteran, we can parliamentarian, because his ideology, his ideas not only impacted the Rashtriya Sangh, but definitely when the upcoming leaders we have a future leaders in the political parties, they somehow realizing, they somehow representing the political parties, the ideology of the political party in a very different manner. History as the Prime Minister, we can say Ministerial Atal Bihari Vajpayee, history as the Prime Minister of India is very quite remarkable, which is completely unforgettable, everyone. He served as the country as a Prime Minister the 3 terms, moreover the 15 years. In term 1966, he was sworn as the 10th of the Prime Minister, but because of the the less votings in the Rajya Sabha, we can say the majority in the Lok Sabha, that's why Vajpayee resigned completely. And later on the time of a 1998, he general election that resulted the formation of the National Democratic Party, and later on he elected as the next Prime Minister of India. And government lasted of a total of 13 months. The third and the final term of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, we can say, lasted for full of 5 years, from the 1990 to 2004. And since Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the only candidate who became the Prime Minister of India within the 2 successive mandates. This is such a very, we can say, the big deal specifically for the political leaders of the India. And whenever we discuss about the contribution, see, whenever we discuss about the contribution of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, we have a numerous of the contribution, and it is very difficult to explain each and every contribution. But whenever we discuss about the remarkable contribution of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee, specifically, so we cannot forget about the number of the remarkable contributions about the foreign minister and the chairperson of the various important standing committees of the parliamentary house, where the parliamentary house and the standing committee of the we can say parliamentary house and the foreign ministry, they are just looking for the ideologies and the good opinions of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee. and he had also been an active leader of the opposition. Okay. And Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee has thus played a very significant role in shaping up the domestic and the foreign policy of the independent India after 1947. And he was also a true advocate of the social equality, where he looking the society with the equal, equal status, when he looking every human being as the same in front of everyone, and chairmanship of the government of the women as well. So this is definitely, you can say, the duties of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee is not only stagnant, but it is somehow very diverse in the fields. He is just not helping or not just empowering the women. He just not try to be uplifted the social status of the society, and somehow he's shaping of the domestic and the foreign policies of the independent India. So definitely we can say this is somehow the prominent role of Atal Bihari Vajpayee was played in the earlier in the independent India, and in the present time it is somehow helping us yet in these days as well. Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee believed in India that is anchored in 500 years of civilization, that we are just civilization which is completely, we can say, ended after the time, but definitely Indian civilization is somehow impacted a lot. His modernization, when we looking for the process of change, when we try to be renewing, revisionite the social status of the nation, and when we are completely ready to face the challenges which is lay ahead in years to come. And Atal Bihari Vajpayee was mainly considered a pragmatist, where we are looking for the practical life, when the people is looking for their own practical learning, and criticized for the testing nuclear weapons, because he is completely avoiding the policies like violence. And that's why in 1998 he assumed a non-deterring deficient posture as well. So somehow we cannot forget the achievements of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee as well. And he also played a key role in making a dedicated effort to resolving the long running feud between the Pakistan and India over the region of the Kashmir as well. And given his inspiring leadership, we can say India was able to achieve, we can the steady growth in the economy, and soon paved, because numbers of the time I told you that whatever is happening in the history, the events, the revolution, the revolts, the wars, nothing is emerging in a very sudden basis. Definitely we have a reasons, definitely we have ideas, we have a techniques, we have a skills. So definitely whenever we are just going to discuss about the more over tenure of 15 years of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, definitely he just tried to be grow up our nation with his the drastic changing Indian history policies, the economies as well, and soon paved the way of the nation to become a leader in the information technology sector, where he worked a lot in the information, the technology, the innovation. And that's why somehow we are considered in 21st century the technology and the innovation is somehow very important and the crucial part of a nation as well. And the political disintegration, we can say, whenever we discuss about the achievements, the economical less viable section of the Indian society, and the government was heavily criticized, we can say. The responses to the Gujarat riots, that we have a Godhra Kand in 2002, and starting the year of 2000, his government also started the divestment, we can say, right. We have a de-investment of public funds from numbers of the industries that were run by the state. In 2004 parliamentary elections, the Vajpayee-led coalition was defeated and the announcement retirement for active politics, right, and December 2005. And after that, definitely we cannot forget about the personal life of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. When he got married and remained a bachelor his entire life, instead of it he adopted the daughter of his long time friend Rajkumar Kaul, and he just adopting the daughter and just Namita Bhattacharya, and the family lived with him, and he bred his last 16th of August is 2018. So definitely achievements besides the political aspirations, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was also a noted poet. He wrote poems in Hindi, and among the renowned, we can say, the works included Kaidi Kaviraj is a Kundalian, a collection of the poems that we have composed during the imprisonment as well. So we can say definitely Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a person who is always rememberable, remarkable in Indian history as well, and in the upcoming future, when our upcoming leader will learn a lot with Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. This is all about the session, everyone. We will continue the same current update tomorrow as well. So don't forget to join me at sharp 9 a.m. in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone.